Going live. Good morning, good morning. It's Linda Fussell here from the Flow Academy, and just having a wonderful Saturday morning and sharing some insights with you on vision boarding. So in the Flow into 2021 40-day challenge that's running at the moment, we have this exercise today on vision boarding, and I thought I would just share a little bit more about vision boarding. Why do we do it? How can you do it? And what it brings to you, to your life, and just, why? So I guess the first thing is, what is it? Vision boarding is creating a picture of something that you absolutely, in your subconscious maybe, but really want to bring to life. So it's a way of creating this picture. It can be on an A4, but I really like to do A3 or bigger. Picture of where I'm going and what I'm doing. And the thing with, and I use the word picture in very specifically because for me, I'm a visual person, so I can create lists all day and have endless to-do lists and have everything mapped out. But a vision board gives you a different way of looking at things. It gives you a pictorial way of connecting, so you're connecting on different senses. The thing that I absolutely love about vision boarding is that when you go through the process, more often than not, you find things that you go, where on earth did that come from? So our brains are amazing. We have everything that's going on in our thinking brain telling us what we know and what we ought to know and where we are and what we're doing and why we're doing it. And then we have our subconscious brain where all of us is and where we have the ability to connect to our deeper selves. And when we're doing vision boarding, what we're doing is we're actually tapping into more of us. So more of what's in our heart, but it's sort of from our subconscious, bringing out into the world what it is that we want. There are some things that we know very specifically. So let's look at how you go about this. If you're wanting to manifest a car, for instance, you want a car in this year, you've decided you need a new car, to go put it on your list, new car. That's not helping at all. But when what you're trying to create is a way of going very specifically what it is that you want. And I'll come back to why, but let's just have a look. If you're wanting a new car, be very specific on the type of car that you want, the make, the model, engine size, what sort of, is it electric car? Is it a fuel powered car? What is it? The color externally, internally, how many doors. Get very specific about everything that you're looking at. So if you're looking to, if you want a Tesla, for instance, which Tesla and which color, and although sort of get as much as you can around it. If you're wanting a Mini, what sort of Mini, what size Mini do you want? Do you want one of the modern ones? Do you want the hatchbacks? Do you want the sort of the smaller one? Do you want the Clubman that's 4x4? What is it that you want? Be very specific, and be specific on the color and all the details around it that you can. Now, why is that important? If you think about what happens, if you buy a new car, or you start looking at a new, you're looking for a car and you think, yes, I want one of those. I want a Golf, whatever. In the old days it was a Golf GTX, but I don't know what they have these days, not close to them. And I want a Tesla, so there's no mistaking that. I think Teslas are just brilliant. Basically, electric cars are for me. So once you put that out there, if you're looking at a car and you see it, or you just got a new car, you will continually see more of them. It's just incredible how many you see. Way back, I don't know, back in 2003, I bought a red car. It was a red, it was a Citroen people carrier type thing. And I'd never owned a red car before. Didn't realize how many red cars existed. Had a red car, got into a red car, and there were just red cars everywhere on the road. Could not believe it. It was just incredible how many you see. But that's because your brain's now wired to see those things, and you start noticing what's happening. And when you're doing the vision boarding, if you can be very specific about exactly what it is that you want, your brain will start seeing it, and it'll start looking at ways to make it happen. Really, everything that you're doing will start looking to how does that become real? How do I materialize that? It's now in my field of consciousness. So it goes from your subconscious into your field of consciousness. So that's why we do vision boarding. And why we get very specific. It's so that you start bringing things into focus. I mean, literally into focus. We're in 2020, and that is, 2020 vision. Let's get some focus. So it's great to have that. Let's look at what's going on and let's get that focus. Now, how do we do them? There are so many different ways of doing vision boards. The way I love the most is to have a bunch of magazines. Bunch, probably not a good word for magazines, but a pile of magazines. Ones that are things that I like looking at, but also a couple of other ones. And accept that these are not magazines you're going to keep forever. And some scissors, your big piece of paper, some glue, and lots of space. Lots of floor space, really. I like to sit on the floor and do it, but if you want to sit at a table, that's also fine. And what you need to do is just flick through the magazine. Just flick through it and just look for pictures that you really like, or words that stick out. So often in headings or in highlighted text or whatever, you'll see a word that, oh yeah, you stop and look at it. When you notice something, cut it out. Don't worry about why. Don't even question it. Just cut it out, put it on the side, make a pile. Just make a pile of all things and give yourself, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes just to flick through magazines and just build a pile of things, random things, but all things that sort of have jumped out of the magazines to you, at you, for you. Get your piece of paper, put your magazines aside, have some tea, whatever. Get your piece of paper out, and then start looking at those pictures and words, and start thinking about what they mean and why they mean things, and what do they bring to you. And as you're doing that, put them onto your piece of paper. I personally, because I'm a little bit anal about how things go together, I like to make it look nice. And I also tend to try and group things together, but that's not essential. It's absolutely not essential. So what you do is just place them out on your paper and get that little view of where things are, and stick some words in amongst them. Maybe the words are aligned to a picture, maybe they're not, maybe the words are separate, maybe some of the things come in a group together. Maybe there's things about holidays and different things that you want to do that group together. Maybe there's things about your business or your habits or sports or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Put them out, get a good feel, and when you're really happy with it all and you've got everything that you need to have on there, you don't have to use everything that's in that pile that you've pulled out, because sometimes you might find you've got 2 or 3 things that are the same. So choose the one now that means the most to you, and put those on your paper, and then get your glue, stick them down. If you want to add any words around them, if you want to decorate, and get colored pens. I've got my colored pens here, which sit on my desk all the time because I use them when I'm making notes. So get your colored pens, add some things to that if you need to, whatever you need to do, but just make that picture that's yours. And there's no right or wrong. So some people have lots of white space between them. One I did a couple of years ago, and I probably should have brought it here, but I didn't. Or have I got it here? Anyway, I didn't get it out now. I'll post it in the group maybe. It had pictures there were quite a lot of pictures. I had to really fit them on. But that's okay. Sometimes you've got loads of pictures, and other times, maybe they're big pictures or whatever, and other times they're not. So that's the vision boarding that I like to do. And when I do retreats and things, those are the type of vision boards that we create. Once it's all stuck down, you can spray it with, you get these art sprays that you can spray it so it stays and doesn't lift again, and it looks nice. But let's look at different types of vision boarding. So another very popular technique is to go online and look for pictures and create that same visual perspective with online pictures. So you're putting it all onto some sort of canvas, whether it's a PowerPoint slide, whether it's any of the slide type things, whether it's just a blank page, whatever it is, and just putting your pictures on. And you can use Pinterest for that. You can, use anything. It's a great way of doing it. Personally, I like the tactileness. I like the rhythm of looking at magazines, and I don't do a lot of reading magazines. I have anyone who's come to my house will know that I get magazines that come in. They sit on the bottom step of the stairs, often in their packets for ages, and then I'll open them out, their packets, and I'll bring them all upstairs, and they sit in another pile, and I occasionally read through them. Sometimes one grabs me and then I'll get it, but it's just one of those things. They come with memberships, and I end up with magazines of things that resonate with me and things I like, and they're really great then for doing vision boards and just creating that space. So you can do them online. You can do the same sort of concept. Find pictures, find things that resonate. Say Pinterest is a great place to go. Instagram could be a good place to go. Anywhere where there's a lot of visual. For me, it's visual. I like the visual stuff. And place those on your vision board. Any way that you like. Decorate it all up. Save it, and it's yours. It's yours. I always recommend printing it out and putting it somewhere where you'll see it every single day. And that's kind of reminded me that I've got a space here on my wall that the vision board that I'm going to do today is going to go there, because in the past, my vision boards have been sort of elsewhere. They've been dotted around, whereas I actually want it in front of me this time. This year, I want it in front of me and I want to be able to see it. And that's really what we should be aiming to do. So other ways of doing vision boards, mind mapping. And I do this. In fact, this pile of stuff that's over here probably got a mind map in it. Yeah, there we go. No, it's not the one I was looking for. I do have a beautiful vision board for my business, actually, where I've taken a mind mapping tool. I use Mind Tools, I think it's called. Anyway, there's loads of different tools that you can use, and I've got a number of them. But the one that I use on my iPad, which is I've just picked up, I'll tell you now. See, this is live. I haven't prepped it. Simple Mind Pro is what I use, just because I like it and it works for me, and I've been with them for a long time. It's I've got it on my iPad. You have to pay for a license for each media that you use it on. So I'd need to buy for another license for my laptop if I decided that was what I wanted to do. But it works fine on my iPad, and I like doing that. And I can print it across to here, and you can make it into a PDF and print it out. But what you do with that, with any mind map, just have your themes. So have your theme going up there and just let it expand, let it blow. So if you go back to the car theme, so have the one, yes, you want to a car, and it's going to be this type, this it's going to have this, how many doors, how many, whatever other bells and whistles it's going to have, colors, etc. But again, even with these things, when you do it online, you can change the colors of the bubbles. You can make it really decorative and pretty. And once you've printed them out, you can also, add your own graphics around and on it. So that's again a very it's a very good way of doing it, just letting your mind free flow. And you don't have to use a tool. You can, again, get a piece of paper and just write, get the colored pens, do all those bits, make it attractive, make it yours, own it. Vision boarding in slightly different ways. People that are, I'm visual, so I love the visual stuff. But people that like lists and need lists, it's okay to have lists, but allow yourself some freedom, because if you're a list person, you're probably quite restrained and restricted and keeping things like Allow yourself some freedom, and just create something that really means something to you. Allow yourself to spread further than your thinking mind would normally control. So that's that way. And then something else that I've seen clients of mine do, and I've seen people do. If there's 2 or 3 things that are really important to you, really, really important to you, maybe carry a picture of that in your diary every day, or in your notebook, or in your handbag, but somewhere where you can look at them every single day. So you've got your bigger vision board, but you've also got your, almost like your intentions, but your things that you are really, really focused on now. And the thing is, with all of this, is to look at them every day. So you're actually tuning your brain in to what's going on, and why you're doing these, I say manifestation techniques, but a vision board really is about being clear about what you want and helping yourself manifest what it is that you're bringing forward. You need to be, really clear and on what you're looking for, but it also needs to be useful for you. So the whole point of spending time doing this is that it's useful for you in the future. So put it all, where you can use it, where you can see it, where you can do things with it. Yeah, so that's it. Not such a long one today, pretty concise, but all about vision boarding and why we do it and what we're trying to do, and have fun. Go and have fun doing your vision boards. They are really they are good fun and very empowering. It's amazing what comes out, and then sit with it and feel what's there, and look at it every day. Very clearly visualize what it is that you are wanting to bring into your life in 2021. Yes, 2021. I can't believe it. It's Saturday the 19th. Yeah, in less than 2 weeks we will be in 2021. Woohoo! Wow. So that's it for now. Have a fantastic Saturday. Go and have fun doing vision boarding, and I shall check in with you soon. So have a fantastic day. Lovely to be with you all. Cheers now. Bye.